Hello. Thanks for joining us again on the channel. Okay, yes, we've reviewed a lot of these. Too many, probably. But trust me, this one stands out. It caught me off guard. In a good way. Before we get started, there's a special discount if you're interested. The link is in the description and also in the top comment. Now let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer finds this to be a good monitor for general home use, especially when you consider what you get for the cost. Our reviewer was specifically looking for a larger screen to make reading and editing text files easier on their eyes, and in that regard, this display has been a great success. The high resolution keeps text exceptionally crisp, and the ample screen real estate allows for comfortable multitasking without the divided setup of a dual monitor system. Previously, they found that simply getting a larger monitor without a resolution upgrade just made for blurry text, but this 4K computer monitor successfully bridges that gap, providing both size and clarity. The visual experience is a strong point. Images are sharp, and it's possible to have a high-definition video playing in one window with plenty of space left for other applications. While serious gamers might find the performance lacking, the refresh rate is perfectly adequate for everyday business use and media consumption. The panel on this client's unit arrived in perfect condition, with no dead pixels or screen bleed to report. However, there are some significant physical design drawbacks. The stand is completely fixed, offering no height or swivel adjustments, which was a major issue for our reviewer's specific desk cabinet setup. This lack of movement makes the awkwardly placed controls, a single joystick on the back, even more difficult to access. Furthermore, the port placement and the short power cable created logistical headaches, forcing the use of an extension cord. The color reproduction also seemed slightly off, leaning more towards the cooler blue end of the spectrum. While this client expressed some concern about the brand's long-term product durability based on past experiences, they concluded that if you can work around the physical limitations, this monitor represents a solid value.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer, a former technician familiar with the inner workings of a certain electronics company, wanted to share their experience with this computer monitor. Their initial impression wasn't great, as the first unit arrived non-functional. It powered on, but the screen remained blank. Interestingly, it had a protective film, unlike the replacement which worked but lacked this film. This made our reviewer suspect the company might be offloading older, possibly refurbished stock without proper quality checks. If you receive a defective item, their advice is to immediately contact the online retailer for a return or replacement. Dealing with the manufacturer directly can be a headache, as they are trained to find reasons to deny warranty claims. He also suggests following all steps to unbox the monitor, like putting a blanket underneath, etc. That being said, the replacement monitor, once properly set up, is a real gem for the price. The default settings aren't ideal, so expect to spend some time calibrating the picture to your liking. HDR performance is impressive, but it requires more than just a simple toggle to get the most out of it. This client primarily uses the monitor for gaming and is delighted with the clarity and sharpness it provides. The monitor is easy to assemble and fits well on smaller desks. It was precisely the 4K upgrade he needed from his old 1080p display. While there's some concern about potential future issues given the initial DOA unit and refurbished appearance, the current performance is worth the risk if you get a working one. He also adds that it appears to work flawlessly with PCs, particularly with NVIDIA cards, though some reviews suggest compatibility issues with Apple products. For those willing to tinker with the settings to correct the out-of-the-box darkness and color inaccuracies, it can be a worthwhile upgrade. The reviewer promises to update the review if any problems arise down the line.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer is absolutely thrilled with this display. The picture quality is simply stunning, the colors pop, and everything is so crisp and detailed. It's made a huge difference in my workflow, especially when I'm editing photos or doing graphic design. I can spend hours looking at the screen, reading text, or working on projects without feeling any eye strain, which is a huge plus thanks to its advanced eye care technology. Our reviewer found it really easy to set up too. There are plenty of ports, so connecting all my devices was a breeze, and the stand was simple to install. It fits perfectly on my desk, both aesthetically and functionally. Ultimately, this client thinks this monitor offers a great balance of visual performance, ergonomic design, and value. It's a great choice for professionals who want to boost their productivity without sacrificing comfort. A solid buy, and something our reviewer would highly recommend.
And that's a wrap. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've got thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.